Okay, Madam Ping.
子供たちよ、こっちに行きなさい。
どうしたんだ、ピンバーや。何かオイラたちに手伝ってほしいことでもあるのか？
いや、子供たちはリユエコのために十分手助けをしてくれた。これ以上面倒はかけられんよ。
Do you guys prefer the Japanese dub or should I go back to the English dub?
今回はバーヤの仲間たちと一緒に子供たちに贈り物を用意したんじゃ。
I only did as I should.
子供たちよ、まだリユエに来て間もないというのに、もう世渡りが上手になったみたいじゃのう。じゃ、以前先人の鈴を探すために壺に入ってもらった時、おちびちゃんからいつも野宿をしていると聞いての。
If I'm going to use Lisa, yes, because Inazuma needs Lisa. It's gonna be a lot of Lisa in Inazuma.
まだまだ旅は長いんじゃ。このままじゃいかん。幸いバーヤは年こそ取ったものの、まだわずかながらに外形の力を使える。おや、まだ言っておらんかったか？バーヤたちは昔帝君から恩恵を受けたことで三眼五剣の力を身に宿しておるんじゃ。
A voice actor per character, but that would be very, very confusing, I guess. Moaning witch, poor Lisa. But honestly, like whatever she's doing, she's moaning.
いろいろと能力はあるが、
Poor
その
lady.
中でも外形の力は小さな世界を想像することができる。前に子供たちが入った壺もその力で簡単に作ったものなんじゃ。
A trinket, you say?
あんなすごい壺なのに簡単に。
あの世界をなすためには浮世を離れる必要がある。そんな大層なものじゃないよ。帝君はその昔山を動かし海を埋めたんじゃ。それこそ神業と言えるものじゃろう。
Hello, how are you doing?
まあ昔の話はこの辺にして、その贈り物じゃがまだ最後の材料が足りておらんのじゃ。
What are the missing materials?
そうだぞ。オイラたち探し物は得意だからな。
I love
材料
Paimon.
探しなら任せろ。
Paimon's voice, not Paimon herself. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love her voice.
まあまあ二人ともそうせかすでない。もうすでに足の速いものに任せてある。必要な材料は特別なんじゃ。子供たちでは探すのがちと難しい。
And what are
それに
those?
今じゃもうほとんど目にしない材料もあるからの。例えば敵歌集の河原下にある借金の泥とかじゃな。以前この泥を取るときは瑠璃ユリがたくさん咲いている場所を探さないといけなかった。そして瑠璃ユリの根をたどって掘っていき、運が良ければ借金の泥が一つかみだけ見つかる。じゃが敵歌集があんなことになってからはもう誰もこの方法を使うことができなくなった。
Right.
さらにそれより困難なのが双眼鏡園から採掘できる水角石じゃ。
The chasm?
国眼上があそこで採掘を始めてからはそれもほとんど見当たらなくなった。
Wait, are we going to the chasm?
水角石は貴重な泉物で常人では千人の木に耐えられない。長く触れれば体に害をなすじゃろう。ああ、あの子がそれを見つけられるといいんじゃが。
Who's this child?
ピンバーヤは仙人だし、その子も 仙人なのか？
まあ彼女も仙人と言えなくもない。
なくもないって、なんでリーユエコーにはこんなにたくさん仙人がいるんだ？どこに行っても仙人に会えそうだし、もしかしたらオイラたちが食事してる時も横に仙人が座ってるなんて可能性もあるよな。
ありえるかもしれんの。バーヤの仲間たちには属性が好きなものが何人もおるしな。
バーヤただいま。おや、この二人は？
紹介しよう。この子はエンヒ。さっき言ってた子じゃよ。エンヒ、こちらは旅人と彼女の仲間じゃ。知っておるな？
ああ、もちろん知ってる。洗顔軍の記録に詳しく載っていたから。
I feel like I've heard her voice before.
以前ゲーセン儀式の騒動で洗顔軍に不審者として指名手配され、絶運の間で洗顔軍を撃退し、ファデュイとも関わり、最後はバーヤと共に魔人を撃退。七星のおかげで容疑が晴れたと。実に惜しい。そう、私に会えなかったことが。
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She is so cute.
もっと早くに会えていたらその場で容疑を晴らすとまではいかなくても、少なくともひどい目に遭わずに済んでただろうな。
Embarrassed?
改めて自己紹介しよう。私はエンヒ、法律家だ。法律に関する困りごとがあれば私を訪ねるといい。
Wait, she's kind of like a lawyer then?
ああ、そうだ。私の名刺を、連絡方法と職場の住所が載ってる。急用ならその住所に手紙を。ああ、それと初めてのお客さんには割引があって。
エンヒ、そろそろ本題に入ろう。今の二人には法律の助けなんていらないじゃろう。
Better call Yan.
子供たちや、そう驚かないでおくれ。この子はいつもこうなんじゃ。自分のことを話し出すと止まらない。
Are you really an adeptus? This is kind of like a very rude question.
オイラたちがこれまで会ってきた仙人とはなんか全然違うような。
Did you know that you have rights and Azuma says you don't? That honestly describes Inazuma. I went there and I don't want to go back.
仙人？まあそうとも言える。お父様は自分のことを仙人だと言っていた。かつてガンオ帝君と共に戦場に立っていたらしい。戦いが終わった後、帰郷してお母様と結婚したそうだ。それから私が生まれた。私が大きくなった後、お父様はお母様と一緒に外の世界を漫遊している。だから私は今バーヤと一緒にここで暮らしているんだ。
I had to read it twice. I had to read it twice because I thought she said she was she was John Lee's daughter. I'm like, huh? But yeah, it was just traveling with John Lee, I guess.
なんか勝手だな。仙人たちってリーユエコーを守るため契約に従ってるんじゃないのか？なんで急にそれを放り出して結婚したんだ？
That's important,
お
Paimon.
父様から聞いた話によると、帝君とはそのことについて話し合いをしたらしい。それで同意を得た上で故郷に帰ったそうだ。まあそのことについては一旦置いておいて。まあや、頼まれてたものはほぼ揃ったぞ。けど水角石だけはどうしても探す手立てがない。
そうじゃったか。しかし水角石がないとなると面倒じゃな。
I mean, the map can show us, I
エンヒ、
guess.
何か案はあるかの？リーユエコーを助けてくれた者たちにどうしても礼をしたくてな。
わかってる。バーヤから何回も言われてたし、双眼巨炎から水角石を取れなくとも別の方法があるかもしれない。
Oh, so we're not gonna go to the chasm. Okay. Moon Carver is her father?
ちょっと待ってて。調べてみる。
うわ、すっごく分厚い本だな。何が載ってるんだ？
Yeah, Mora and Primals. Those are pretty good rewards, right? Okay, emote only.
商業競技、鉱石、スネージナヤ。見つけた。このクロッサルというスネージナヤの商人から希少な鉱石の法律に関して依頼されたことがある。彼は水殻石を仕入れてかんざしを作ろうとしていた。そこに法的な問題が潜んでいないか聞かれたんだ。スネージナヤに持ち帰って売るらしい。
I think this story is easier to follow in English.
よし、彼を探してくる。もしかしたら水殻石、もしくはその手がかりを見つけられるかもしれない。
We'll come with you.
お前も一緒に来るのか？ダメとは言わないが、横で見ているだけにしてくれ。安易に首を突っ込んで法に抵触しないようにな。
法律を理由に警告してくるなんて。そんな仙人初めて会ったぞ。
Maybe she does not want to show her
彼女
secrets.
と行動するときは、オイラたちもいろいろ注意しよう。
I guess it's easier to follow the story in English. So let's change.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
I love the song. Okay, emote only off. It's so pretty. You guys are free, yes. Yanfei Ace Attorney. Rest in peace, the good Lisa. So what I'm gonna do is, like, whenever we're exploring only, that is gonna be in Japanese, and this story I'm gonna leave in English, so it's like easier to follow the story. But yeah, we're going to do like the rest in Japanese. Oh, my dog is today. He's
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
I think that the English voice the Japanese voice actress sounds more mature. Yes, like she sounds a little bit more like lawyer. I really wish I could see Yanfei's gameplay. She's like a pyro. Is she like a catalyst pyro?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins.
Hairpin.
Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
Yeah, that seems kind of dangerous.
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her.
Of course, everybody in Liyue signs contracts.
The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No ambiguity is there?
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
I have a feeling that this lady does not live on the address. I just have a feeling. Is it here? Luinli Pavilion? Does she live here? Wait, it's not in here? It's upstairs here? Alright, Coco Goat, have a good day. There's a bridge. Oh. Got it. Well, how do I get to the bridge? Ah, there you go. That's the lady.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Oh, she lost it. Excuse me, are you, Ji Xiao?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Mr. Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him.
Is Neznaya? That's how you say it? Is Neznaya?
My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them.
Imagine losing something that is not yours.
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet.
Honestly, I have a personal story. I lent a game to someone, right? A brand new game, because they wanted to play it and they lost it. They say they lost it. So, yeah. How can people lose things that are someone else's? That's always makes me... Did you sue them? No, we didn't have a contract. Yeah, they lost it. They really did.
I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
The Last of Us Part 2, recently. I was talking about these days that I had The Last of Us Part 2 on my, shelf. And now I don't have it anymore. Yeah. No The Last of Us Part 2 anymore.
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off.
So, what is happening to the chasm to be sealed? Like, is it because of the Healy Churls?
We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them.
I mean, not that I was gonna play The Last of Us Part 2 again, but still. I just lent because I knew that I was never gonna touch that game again. That's the only reason.
A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the person pay the price of the game, though. If they don't pay, I am going to, fist fight them.
That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me, but now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Yeah, there's a lost trade, right? But yeah, I'm gonna make them pay for the money. Like they said, I'm gonna pay the money in 1 week. So let's see by the end of this week. If they don't pay, I'm gonna go and fist fight them in the Millennium Tower.
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Honestly, we should not even help her because, like, she lost something that is not hers. You know, like, she should have been more careful.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juchao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to Crawls. Is that his name?
True.
Crawls?
Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
No, if she lost the hairpin and the hairpin is expensive.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss.
Hi, Omar. You're not late. Welcome in.
Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Oh, this lady's screwed.
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juchao looks like she's about to faint.
I would faint too, but how could you be so careless?
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Why do you think that it's not genuine?
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer.
No!
I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Wait, what if this is a scheme by Crawls? Like, he lent the thing, asked someone to steal the hairpin, the hairpin's back with him, and now he...
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins.
Yeah, what if he took it? Like, what if he asked someone to take it? And now he just wants, like, money. I don't trust him. People from Snezhnaya are a little bit shady. Like, not trying to, you know, say that everybody in Snezhnaya is shady, but, like, even Child is shady. Like, Signora is shady. The Fatuis are shady as hell. So, I don't know. Maybe.
So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
It probably is jade disguised. Or whatever.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
Crossell, that's how you say his name, okay. I don't know. Suspe. God, I love Liyue. It's so sad that we're not gonna do any missions here in Liyue anymore. I wish the Liyue Art Conquest went for longer. I know that a lot of people don't really like the fetch quest part. But the lantern rite is gonna take forever. Yeah, Liyue has the best music. Yeah. I really like the music in Liyue. Where is Crossel? I can't say his name. I'm not gonna try. The Cross. Yes, I finished the Arcane Quest. We're doing the teapot.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Oh, she's gonna say about the loss of the hairpins.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
So maybe he is serious? I don't know. Anyone knows who works with Shenhe? Oh, so you got Shenhe's weapon? And... I don't know. Brosy D? What do you mean? Who's Brosy D? I have no idea what that is. I think that Shenhe's weapon is like a pole arm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again...
Is it really?
It was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Oh.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossel.
10 times? He's gonna pay 10 times? I feel like he's clowning himself right now.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Oh, Jesus. Girl... How do you lose a hairpin that is not yours?
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
What are you doing, Yanfei? I thought this was like a teapot. A teapot to call home. Not Ace Attorney. Have you guys played Ace Attorney before? Exactly. Why would you borrow something so expensive? Like, please. I would rather wear, like, fake jewelry than getting, like, very expensive jewelry. You play Judgment?
What should I try this time?
Ace Attorney seems fun, but a lot to read. I wish I could play Ace Attorney on the Switch, but I got it on Steam instead, in Steam.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
Oh, do you like the Yakuza games left for dinner?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
How do you know?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
Ah, interesting. Before starting Genshin, I've played all of the Yakuza games followed by each other, starting from 0 until Like a Dragon in a marathon. Every single day. So yeah, I like Yakuza just a little bit, you know. Just if you ask me, like, if I like Yakuza, just a little bit.
I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy.
Oh.
If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch.
Oh, so it's a dangerous jewel.
Monsieur Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
Wait, is that a horn on her head?
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Are those horns?
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
Okay, then.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Okay.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yanfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, could I ask you to please sign this contract?
Oh, you're gonna make her sign a contract, Yanfei. But this lady, this poor lady, she's about to pay so much money in...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
Yeah, Paimon. Yeah, but the problem with this capture card is that it runs in like 30 FPS. And basically, it does not really show the true quality of the game.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
Oh, you never noticed her horns? Yeah, I just noticed like by chance because I thought at first it was something on her hair.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract.
Oh, so she's gonna have to pay. I see.
Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
Great.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yanfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Paimon looks so confused.
And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
Poor Paimon.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
You read that already? Damn. Oh, look, there's a dog. Oh, he's hiding behind the statue already.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve once we've got some things squared away.
It's a scammed or be scammed. That's right. No, it's a scam or be scammed. Oops. It's a scammed or scammed.
I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
It has been an experience,
Miss Yanfei,
yes.
I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Probably she thinks that this Neshnaya guy is sus.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself.
Never mind.
I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it.
Oh, is that a tattoo on her hand?
But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore?
Is Chaos? Oh.
Ha! I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
So that's Shito. Let's talk to him. Hello, Leeway. You know, one thing that I gotta say is that the characters, they appear very briefly in the Archon quest. For example, Xiao. He appeared very, 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 very briefly in this story. And, I mean, so close to learning new words in Portuguese? What do you mean? Okay, let's talk to Shito.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus Jadeite.
Oh, so it is fake.
That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Wait, where? Here?
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Okay.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
Nope. So he is really faking it.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
She's a merchant.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Shito tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Because he wants money.
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
I think
Miss
the teapot is our
Yanfei?
house.
Might I be so bold as to inquire?
We're gonna live inside the teapot.
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus Jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus Jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Girl, we're not in a trial.
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, he has cord lapis.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit.
Affidavit? What is
This
that?
document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
You would prefer chai.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling.
I didn't know we were going to trial.
If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
My dog is angry at his food bowl. He's just throwing it around. I guess he does not like his food bowl anymore.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because
yeah.
I've memorized all the legal codices.
Yeah, he's behaving, but he's throwing his bowl around. I guess he's bored.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Yeah, that's what you should do. Is this how Adepti becomes so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Lumine had too many mushrooms.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singxi.
Because that made no sense. Let's go. God damn it. I just wanted my teapot. Jesus. Can you guys hear the pot being thrown around?
Jewelry's out of stock. I have some new
Join the adventurers.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications.
Who?
This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Oh, so that's not the quest? So there's like more after that?
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Was it really that expensive?
Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf.
Teapot is unlocked after this. Okay, here we go.
I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
I mean, I feel like legally she cannot really borrow documents like that, can she? Yeah, I'm tired. Tomorrow I'm probably just gonna sleep the entire day.
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
A document is not serving the purpose? Yeah, this is not a courtroom, but I don't know.
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again!
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Oh my god.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Throwing the whole Paimon away.
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body.
Oh.
Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Okay, cool. I can fix him. I mean, Baiju does not need fixing, I guess. He wears a crop top. He's fine. I kind of want to fight Child again. Kind of want to fight him again, but it's still not... It didn't reset yet. Sag. Did anybody not fight... did any of you guys did not fight Child yet and like want to summon me so I can just stay in the corner watching? You know?
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
the way he is talking right now.
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the lurk, Ali.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises.
I feel like his Japanese voice is good, though.
The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
Well, he's smart.
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago.
Oh. Thank you for the follow.
But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that.
Wow.
Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossel.
Please, show me your prescription.
Paimon, I feel like Paimon just likes Diluc, Zhongli. Who else does she like? I don't think she likes Child, does she? I don't remember. I think she was nice to Child. Because he was basically our particular wallet. But yeah, she does not like Xiao. She does not like Venti. I wonder if she likes Albedo. I feel like she does not like the short boys. But Baiju is tall, and she does not like him. So maybe she just thinks he's a weirdo. Yeah, Paimon is in love with Diluc. She likes Xiao? She does? From what I remember, she did not like him?
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Oh, true. Hype is the mind killer. Exactly, yeah. I am hyped for Final Fantasy 16, but I'm just keeping it low.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossel, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Great.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Oh my goodness. Imagine you lending something to someone and you having to pay 10 times the price? That's amazing.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this.
Alrighty.
I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Exactly, after they lost the original item.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, Please produce the evidence in question.
Processing of the ore. The Jade Mystery?
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
Objection. Cows for speculation. I'm just kidding.
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all.
I mean,
Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
this is not a courtroom.
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Minching jewelry.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
Look at Paimon.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
Baiju.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Oof.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No,
Oh god.
The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
I...
Take this to court.
Yanfei's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
I mean, outside of the courtroom, she can't do that.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus Nephrite.
10 years in the joint.
But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price.
But that's not other people's problems that you got duped. You should take care of that before.
But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort.
Oh.
I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Jiqiao such an extortionate parental price? God.
Exactly. If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it.
Oh, but then you dupe other people to continue your business. You're terrible.
If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Well, they should be over because you're stupid.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client.
That's right.
According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Croso looks like he could faint any second.
I mean, it's 10 times the price.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
She's actually right, because she lost it.
Ms. Jiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go, but whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Okay, yeah, you can do that later,
Oh,
girl.
come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
I still feel like he should lose his business for, doing that.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores.
Hi there, how are you doing?
If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
I mean, you shouldn't even think, dude.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Yes, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpin.
I would rather find the hairpin.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an adeptus like you before.
An adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said.
So basically, I think that she can only find the hairpin if it's something that has elemental stuff imbued, and apparently, since the hairpin is fake, it does not have any elemental traces, so the traveler cannot find it. Because like when we were at Chito, she used her elemental sight and she did not find any elemental traces. Because it's not the original pin. It's not the original jade.
Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor.
I mean, yes, your title as Adeptus is not giving you money.
In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Well, with all the crazy contracts, yes.
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Really?
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Let's go. We're getting our teapot. Yeah, I imagine like Yanfei probably does not like looking at places. Benny, I think Benny would enjoy going on an adventure and trying to find the pin, though.
Off we go!
Benny, adventure team, assemble. Where was it again?
Adventure time! Off we go!
His clothes are funny, though. Like, I don't understand his shorts.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
He's an adventurer that has a very bad look, apparently. But Benny is very strong.
Adventure time!
He's one of the best in my team. Okay. Let's first get these. Perma-scraped. Oh, his clothes are cute. I just don't understand his shorts. That's all. Like, it looks like, I don't know if you... the pin we went in Sumeru. Hi, Astronaut. How are you doing?
Off we go!
I think that his shorts look like, oh my god, Final Fantasy X. Titus? Main character, Final Fantasy X, Titus? I think that's his name. He has like similar shorts. Oh no, shorts are appropriate, but look at the design of these shorts. Let me see if I can show. There's like, they're puffy, and there's like
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
some flappies. Like something. I need more blitzball. Everything's going well.
Adventure time!
Yeah, we're finishing this quest actually. I think that we're about to get our teapot finally.
Off we go!
Oh god, you don't need to go on top of the table, Benny.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yup, thanks to Ace Attorney.
Good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Where is her office?
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Nice.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
Oh, gee.
If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot. Hmm?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Is her teapot dirty again?
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adaptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all.
I don't think it was ever clean. Like when we visited her teapot, there were like spiders inside of it.
Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny. She's gonna start like in my time.
All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Yep.
Ooh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
Actually, you know, that's probably kind of like yikes, but there's places that you eat spiders, right? Like you can eat like tarantula legs. How long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
And crickets as well. Somewhere you can eat crickets.
There we go. This serenity pot is all yours
We
now.
got the pots. Let's go.
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen?
A bottle of tequila with a scorpion in it. Oh god.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
We enter.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Yeah, in Brazil, people also eat some bugs. There's like a type of ant. We did it! Let's go!